Hey guys, today I wanted to film a little 6-month vegan journey update. I don't know if you guys remember, but back around like Memorial Day, I put out a couple videos doing like a week-long test kind of experiment, trying out veganism for a week. And ever since I did that little bit, I decided I wanted to continue on this journey toward becoming vegan, and I just wanted to kind of update you on how that's been going and what kind of changes have happened along the way. So let's hop right in and let me know if you guys like this video and if you would like to see other vegan pertaining material here on this channel. Give the video a thumbs up if you do like it, and let's hop right in. So in the beginning, I was a little weary of the nutritional side of things, like not getting enough protein, calcium, all that kind of stuff. I was a little bit worried about that kind of stuff in the beginning, but after doing some research and just kind of looking into like some real basic stuff about nutrition, I feel much more confident, very confident about my choices, about being able to plan a good, well-balanced vegan meal plan, like a diet. I feel like I've learned a lot more about nutrition than I ever did in school or anything. But I feel like I know a lot more just about the basics of different vitamins and minerals and like where to get them and stuff. I feel like I have learned a lot in the past 6 months. Definitely. I feel like I never ever worried about how much calcium I was getting or how much protein I was getting, or I was never somebody who watched that kind of stuff or knew anything about how much vitamin C I got today or whatever. I have definitely been using a site and an app called Chronometer, which if you know anything about the vegan community here on YouTube, a lot of people use that, I'm sure. Just people who are into watching their diets and other ways, like bodybuilders and like people who like to work out and care about their health use that kind of site too. But I found that very helpful in the beginning, being able to use that to see what kind of nutrition, the things I was eating, if that was going to be suitable for keeping up on the nutritional side of things. I'm not sure if that sentence really makes sense, but just being able to see like what I ate today and being able to break it down into the different vitamins and stuff like that. And along with that, I am taking multivitamins. I've taken multivitamins for years now. I have been taking one from Deva, Deva, D-E-V-A, and it's a, vegan one or whatever. I found it on Amazon. It was relatively affordable, so that's what I've been taking lately. And it is a prenatal vitamin because I am currently nursing my almost 8-month-old baby boy. So I've been taking vitamins throughout my pregnancies and while I'm nursing and stuff like that anyway, so I just switched over to a vegan appropriate one without gelatin or vitamin D derived from animals, stuff like that. So even though I am making healthier choices, I still love to snack. I love my sweets. I'm definitely got a sweet tooth here. I'm totally a sweets girl. I love cakes and cookies and stuff like that. So one thing that is kind of sucky is not being able to just grab those kinds of things when we're out to dinner and get a dessert, or grabbing donuts on the weekends in the morning. I do not live in a vegan friendly place. Let's just say that. I live in suburban, rural Missouri in the Midwest America. So not a very vegan friendly area to live in. So I can't just go and get some vegan donuts. But yeah, I love baking anyway, so I've learned to adjust recipes here and there for stuff that I really want. If I really am craving this particular thing, I'll Google it and see what kind of vegan recipes I can find for it. I think that's been pretty easy. It's just going out kind of sucks as far as sweets are concerned. I can't just get a nice vegan dessert like anywhere, but I know that I can make it myself. So if I want to put in the extra hour to bake something and everything, I can get it accomplished. But other than that, I am definitely not eating snacky kind of stuff like that very much anymore out. But I do feel better about my snacking. I know that I'm not the healthiest person, but I feel a lot better snacking on things that I know are not harming animals. Now, one thing that I have kind of found issue with is egg substitutes in baking and cooking, especially baking. Getting things that are gonna... eggs do a lot more than I thought they did as far as baking is concerned. You know, they have leavening properties, they have, you know, they make stuff stick together, they do a lot of different things, and finding the right egg substitute to use in something is kind of a challenge sometimes. It's not just use this particular egg substitute, like, you know, a quarter cup of applesauce in everything. It's not necessarily going to work the same in everything. They do sell like a, I don't know, like a floury type material, I don't know, not material, like product that is an egg replacer. You can grind up chia seeds and flax seeds and use those. Like tofu can be in certain recipes. Like I said, applesauce, just using some like lemon juice with baking soda or vinegar and baking soda. There's a lot of different egg substitutes out there, but they all don't work the same in every recipe. So it can be a little bit of trial and error trying to get, you know, your favorite cookie recipe to be kind of the same while using different types of egg replacers. So that's been one struggle just personally. So we have been eating out less. I do like to do more research before we go out. If we're gonna go out like with family or something for somebody's birthday or something, I'd really like to know the restaurant that we're going to beforehand so that I can get online and look at their menu and see what I can pick and choose to make it vegan. And you can even like Google like vegan at Wendy's or whatever, vegan at Red Lobster or whatever. You can Google it and try and find some options before you actually head out to the place and have to make a split second decision, because I hate being the person that everyone's waiting on to choose what they're going to have for a meal. So definitely being able to figure out where we're going and figure out what I want to eat there beforehand is a very, very helpful thing. And even like local restaurants that are, you know, just this one mom and pop shop or whatever, you can get on Facebook and like message them. Do you have any vegan options? You know, what can I do? You know, vegetarian options that I can kind of alter. So I like getting on Facebook and messaging restaurants in particular. I think that's super helpful. I actually recently found a Mexican restaurant that's kind of in our area that serves vegan stuff, and not just like a regular Mexican restaurant where you can like adjust things to be vegan, but like a straight up, like they have a whole vegan menu, which is really cool. It's really exciting, you know, like fake meats and stuff like that. That's awesome. That's really, really cool. Even though Mexican restaurants are already super easy to make, like adjust a Mexican dish into a vegan dish is super easy. It's one of the easiest places to do that kind of thing. I find that like, I don't know, like other like ethnic restaurants are like that, you know, like Mexican place, or like we went to a Thai place the other day, Chinese places, like those kind of places seem to be easier to get veganized than like any other like American diet restaurants. And then there's also this part of me that really wants to find this balance between eating a vegan diet but not feeling like a burden on the waitress. I just don't want veganism to sound like it's so like you're super picky and it's so difficult and like there's too many things to ask about and there's like so much detail that goes into it. I don't want to come off as like that vegan person is like so picky in particular. Like it's really hard trying to find that balance between like asking questions to figure out if something is vegan and eating vegan and not feeling like you're making a bad image for the vegan movement. You know, I don't want to feel like it's a burden. I don't want people to feel like it's a burden. And so it gets kind of wishy-washy. It's kind of hard to try and find that balance between being super duper particular and annoying to the waitress and just trying to eat a freaking meal without animal products in it. So I've definitely learned to be less picky. That's a super big one. Like I used to hate a lot of things. Like I'm not going to eat something with mushrooms in it, and I don't really care anymore if something has mushrooms in it. Just trying different vegetables, random stuff that I've never tried before. Like I've just learned to just try things and not be so picky and not like you know, totally reject something just because it has something that I don't think I like in it. And also like just learning to like new things, not necessarily just not being picky about things I don't like, but just trying things and learning to like other things and learning to just try something different and not be so particular about what I'm eating as long as it's not derived from animals. I mean, it's just something tasty and something to fill you up. Like I just really have not been the crazy picky person that I used to be. So in the like weight loss department, I have lost 15 pounds in these past 6 months, which is really awesome. But keep in mind, I am still in the postpartum period. My son is almost 8 months old now. And so I've been shedding, you know, pregnancy weight. So that's part of it too. It's not necessarily I went vegan and I lost 15 pounds. I was still like losing my pregnancy weight to begin with. So it's not like, I wouldn't say it's like a super huge deal that I lost 15 pounds in the last 6 months. But it has made it easier to lose those pounds. I will definitely say that, because after my first son was born, I got stuck a lot. Like, it was very difficult for me to start losing weight once I got to a certain point, and I've surpassed that point really well this time around, and it seems to just keep rolling, and so far so good. It's going really, really good. So I do attribute that to the diet and just washing myself and eating more healthy things and not eating crap all the time. So that has been a really awesome bonus. Not like that's what I was going for, you know, I didn't try the vegan thing to lose a bunch of weight, but it's definitely a super huge bonus to be able to consistently keep losing weight after the birth of my second son. And I feel like maybe I mentioned it here on this channel, or maybe it was just on my blog, but it actually helped my son a lot with nursing. He was a very fussy baby the first couple months, and after 2 weeks of going vegan, he totally changed his attitude. It could have just been a coincidence. I know babies can change really a lot in those first few months, you know, it could just be a coincidence, but honestly, I really, really think it was my diet change, taking out the dairy. That can be an issue for a lot of women and their nursing babies, so I totally think that the diet change helped him a million times, because he was like a completely, totally different baby after I changed my diet. After like 2 weeks of doing the vegan thing, he was really being an awesome baby, just a super happy, smiley, wonderful, content little boy, which he totally was not those first few weeks. And another kind of interesting thing is that my skin has become less oily. I still have oily skin, but I had really, really, really oily skin before going vegan. I have definitely noticed a reduction in the amount of oiliness going on this face. Totally. That is, I mean, that's definitely, I attribute it directly to the diet change, and that's really awesome. I haven't noticed like acne being less or more than usual, but as far as the oiliness is concerned, it's totally looking pretty good around here. So I will leave links down below to my blog post updates. I've done a couple different ones regarding veganism where I talk about, you know, I still have this vegan stuff in the house that I'm trying to use up. You know, I haven't been perfect vegan for 6 months. That's definitely, I have not been a perfect vegan for 6 months, but I've been on this really, really great transition, and I feel like it's been very smooth and very gradual, and I feel like it was the best way for me to go about this. I could not have done it overnight, I don't think. I would not feel comfortable like throwing out all of our non-vegan things in the house. I wanted to use everything up that we still had in the house that wasn't vegan, but replacing it at the grocery store with vegan stuff once that stuff was used up. So I used these last 6 months to really transition and really just break down what we're buying and what we have in this house and what we need to stock up on, and just changing, you know, like the whole composition of our meals and like what's in our pantry and just our basics and our staples and stuff like that. I would say the first 3 months was a lot of using up random stuff that we had, giving away random stuff that we had that wasn't vegan, and then the last 6 months, or the last 3 months here, have been more really sticking to it and really doing a good job at being vegan. So I hope to, I'm not perfect right now, I will say that, but I am constantly trying to be better, trying to wash myself better. Sometimes I buy the wrong stupid thing and I don't read the ingredients right, but I'm not gonna just throw this thing out, you know. So I'm learning along the way, learning on this transition as well, along this path. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little update. I hope it was kind of helpful. Like I said, I'll leave links down below to the blog posts where I have more in-depth stuff if you guys are interested. Once again, let me know if you're interested in this topic at all anyway. I do put up like what I ate in a day videos and stuff like that here on this channel already. I'll leave a link down below to a couple of those if you're interested. Let me know if there are any recipes or anything. I will leave a link down below to that. I have a whole blog post about like how me and my husband eat different recipes for dinner, because he still eats meat and whatever he wants to eat and I don't. So how we adjust those meals and how we get along together in our relationship as far as dinner is concerned. So I'll leave a link down below for that, and I've actually thought about doing a video about that. So if you guys are interested in seeing the two different like meal ideas, let me know and I'll be sure to make that video for you guys. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope this video wasn't too long. Please give it a thumbs up if you did like it, and I'll talk to you guys next time.